But it didn't work. Some strange things began to happen. We would sit around the table at night to discuss what is the Bible and what's the salvation. My father has a Bible. It's called King James Version of the Bible. Most of you probably heard about it, especially any students of Ahmadiyya or Zakir Naik. You've heard about King James Version of the Bible. But I work out of a different one that I've had since 1953. It's called the Revised Standard Version. And it says in it, King James Version has grave mistakes, grave errors, defects in it. That's what it says. So I begin to preach out of mine, which doesn't match. Now my father said, no, it's this way. I said, no, it's this way. Now my wife comes up with her Bible from Jimmy Swaggart. It's called The Good News for Modern Man. Okay? Totally different. It's written in modern vernacular. You can just, say anything you want to with it. You don't even recognize the Bible anymore. The Catholic priest, he's got another Bible. An older Bible with 73 books. We're working out of 66 books. And his is not even the same in the verses. It doesn't match up at all. And I never even knew about this subject until then. And he's saying this, and I'm saying that. My father's saying something else. My wife's on something else. And all the time, Muhammad the Muslim is sitting over there like this. So we asked him. I guess it was me asking him. I said, well, how many versions of your book, your Quran, do you have? He said, the Quran has no versions. There's only one. It's original. It's in the Arabic language. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. This is the book that has no doubt. هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. It's guidance for those who have taqwa for Allah. As Sheikh Muhammad Jabali was just telling you about this shield or taqwa that you have to have between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And only certain people are going to get the huda, hidayah, dina, from this Quran. These people that have the taqwa. So when he's telling us that the Quran is one, I'm going, huh? And it's in the original language, we still have it. You know what I was thinking? He's lying. I was sure he was lying because he could see the problem we were having, and he just sat back and made that up. But I don't know Arabic at that stage, so I don't know what to say. Maybe, I don't know. And he left it at that. He didn't try to preach. But it put a big doubt in my mind now about, we got all these books, he's got one, and la rayba fi, no doubt in it. So another time we had another discussion that came up. Now this time I went to the other preacher who had the cross. And I was asking him, I want to be able to explain the Trinity. He said, you know the Trinity. I said, yeah, I know. And I know the Council of Nicaea when we had that. But I want to know the way to explain it so a human being can just understand it. He said, okay. It's like an apple. Just take an apple. The apple has a shell around the outside, the skin. Inside is the meat. Inside of that is the seeds. Okay? 3 things, 1 apple. That's the way. I start going back. I'm going to tell this Muslim about the Trinity. But on the way, I remember his arguing with me, his way of debating with me. I said, no, he's going to tear me apart. As soon as I say seeds, he's going to say there's more than one. So it could be 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 gods all rolled into one. No. It's got to be special. It doesn't work like that. Let me go back and try again. So I went back to him. I said, what if he says there's more than one seed in there? He said, okay. I said, and besides, it could have a worm running through it. Then that would make it go up another notch. What can I do about that? He said, okay, forget the apple. I said, okay. It's like the babe, the egg. Use the egg. The egg has a shell. Inside of the egg is the white. Inside of the white is the yellow. 3, 1 egg. That's it. That's good to go. Now I start going home again, and it hit me. Wait a minute. The egg could have a double yolk. God becomes 4, just like that. Plus, it could be rotten. I'm not going to ask him again. So at the market one day, I saw a man, and I was talking to him because I was listening to some things that Muhammad had told us about the belief in Islam. Allah is one. And so I was telling this guy, I got some doubts about the Trinity. He said, you a preacher, you have doubts? I said, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. How could three be one? He said, okay, look. You see me? I'm one man. I said, yeah. See my wife? Yeah. It's one person. Yeah. See my son? Yeah. Three. One. One family. It's the family of God. Use that. I said, there you go. The family of God. You don't get very far on that one, and you realize right away they could have another kid just like that. But worse, they could get a divorce. You want a God that can get a divorce? Huh? In Texas, if you get a divorce, your wife gets the cars, house, your retirement check, your 501, your Keogh plan. She's going to get your computer and even your email. You got nothing left. And I don't want a God that can have a worm in it. I don't want a God that can be rotten, and I don't want a God that can get a divorce. I want to explain this Trinity the right way. Sure enough, the subject came up, Trinity. There we are. Now here's the priest trying to talk about the Trinity is like an apple. I'm going, you don't go there. And then he's an egg, don't worry about it. The family of God, forget about it. I know what's going to happen. So we ask Muhammad, we say, okay, what do you say about God? What do you think he said? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. And he explained it something like this. Say he is Allah, the unique, not like anything else. He's eternally sought after by his whole creation, but he doesn't need the creation. He's not the father of anything. He's not the son of anything. He's not like anything. And he is unique. Ahad. I said, boy, that's exactly what I already think, but I can't admit that. That sounds too easy. But plus in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to tell the Christians, don't say three. Here's a little